Thanks everyone for attending the session today and sparing some time with us and showing some interest. It's a pleasure to talk you through the first segment. Since it's our first meetup publicly, we would like to start initially and spend 10 to 15 minutes on introducing you what is Origami Lab all about, what are we trying to do, how was this initiative established, and what is the main goal going forward as part of, within the initiative here. My name is Victor. You can reach me on social media or over the contact details that will be shared later, so don't hesitate to drop me a message of whatever topic you might have or question. I will be introducing to you today the purpose and background story of Origami Lab, also maybe a little bit about the theme that we have chosen here, specifically the origami art itself, and what Origami Lab is all about. Here you can see in one sentence actually the main high-level goal that we have set out for this initiative. It's really all about accelerating science. We, with the initiative here, and I will talk you through later what building blocks and essential parts of it are doing, on the bigger picture, want to contribute to the acceleration. We want to use creativity in a specific way and think out of the box. And main pillar as well is we want to use technology, right? We want to be digital and we want to be using latest methodologies and technologies that are available for the purpose of acceleration where it's suitable, right? And the origami theme has been chosen because maybe you see already the important words, creativity, technique, acceleration, and the problems that will be tackled are not necessarily the easiest ones. And we thought it fits quite well with the origami art, right? You need some skill, you need some creativity. It's not just making a paper plane. It requires a little bit of dedication and practice. Some sort of technology as well, maybe not the latest yet, the way it's done, but we thought it's a really fitting, let's say, symbol here, right, to communicate what it's all about as well. Everyone is welcome at the initiative. There's no specific preference, so don't worry about your background, and maybe if you're not a technical person, it's really not about just that. Why do we believe this initiative makes sense or is even necessary? The initial impulse came from the University of Applied Science in Basel, from the Life Science Institute specifically. And this is the chart that we have been looking together a while ago. And it was obvious that something is not necessarily going wrong, but something could be done better, right? This chart shows you there are many various graphics probably to illustrate that as well. But here it's all about the trend, right? Over the years and over time, the rate of new discoveries, or the velocity of that is constantly shrinking, specifically in the numbers here that you see in numbers of drugs that are discovered. And don't get hooked up too much on that, but we clearly hear it from the scientific community and from the research world that there is definitely a specific moment in time right now where something has to be done. And what we want to do is, with this orange dotted line here, maybe it's, just metaphorically here, exaggregated a little bit, we want to help accelerating it, basically turning the trend a little bit around, right? As much as we can with the community here together. And a little bit about the nature of the initiative. It's really important to emphasize it's based on the open source principles. So nothing is done here and hidden away. Everything that is being worked on, everything that is created or invented is part of the public domain. It can be reused for any purpose suitable, and has to always be open to everyone to be reused as well, right? And the second term is open innovation, which signals that we want to encourage companies to engage as well. And instead of themselves in a hidden environment and without telling anyone and sharing the benefits of it, where they can engage here and innovate together in an open environment where everyone is benefiting. On one side, the community overall, not just origami, but overall the scientific community, and then the company itself with their own interest in sourcing innovative ideas and alternatives from the outside, right? The origami community, as mentioned before, is initiated by the University of Applied Science in Basel, specifically with the Faculty of Life Sciences. By design, it is meant to be an open community, so there's no preferred initiator, but let's say the spark was set there. And from there on, in the last 4 or 5 months, we have started setting up the community principles, how it will work. And it's important to emphasize that it's really made for everyone, with every very background, who wants to make a difference and who is interested in getting maybe something to see or get involved or to learn more how technology is currently influencing every area of our world, and how specifically this is could be helpful for the scientific community to exactly tackle the negative trend. Everyone is welcome, regardless of the background, profession, or whatever other aspect you might be concerned. Just join in. We'll explain to you how what means join in, how to participate and get involved, or get involved in specific initiatives that you might be interested to learn from. So you're going to get additional information on that topic later. Here a little bit of the overview of the community captains. That's how we started calling this group. Those people are basically in charge of facilitating, moderating, and really, let's say, kicking it off, right? Again, various backgrounds from different places. It doesn't mean that those people are working here or employed in some way. These people have their jobs, they have their own passion and competence. But here we got together, and whatever you get to see up to now was done by a few more people that we didn't have the chance to list here, but really created so far here. And here, anyone again can take initiative, can take leadership on. Whoever is feeling excited about it, again, just reach out to us, and we're happy to add hundreds of pictures here. That would be great. Moving on, what are the focus areas of the Origami Lab as of now? We have identified together with the university 6 main directions at the moment. This focus areas list could probably be quite a long list, but we wanted initially to have a short list of 6 areas that could make a difference in specifically the research and scientific domain. You can see them here. It's about collaboration and connectivity between people and scientists, especially now, since we all join virtually, it's kind of becoming even more amplified. Automation and robotics is also very valid for lab work. Imagine people synthesizing things over and over. There's interesting ways now emerging how this could be done, which are already utilized in car manufacturing, for example. Digitization is a general term. Move away from paper, move away from non-standardized ways of doing things, and move to digital channels. Standards and tools. It's less of a digitization, but we also realize that there's standardization and tooling issues. Data science and AI is a really big topic, and we're going to be having actually a guest speaker today on this subject, introducing this part a bit. Very interesting as well. And analytics, right? Kind of goes hand in hand, but we have it separately listed here. If you want to find out more, you can read on that on our website, on the origamilab.ch website. And we're going to start introducing those things deeper as we go along with the initiative. Also open for additional focus areas here. Again, it's not all finished. It's work. Everything is a work in progress. So don't think it's it's kind of a done deal here. Then important also for us as one of the important principles or building blocks of the community. And some of the people here that you have seen as captains, they are actively involved in communities in the technology world, especially open source communities. A very, very normal thing. Almost a lot of things that you are using, they are coming from that part, specifically where it's community-driven effort to create something that gives value for many people. And what we have seen with let's say, communities that create something versus communities that don't, is the importance of having a structured process, how from an idea or problem statement things move along to something that is created to let's say stay, right? Not just disappear after the project is done. And there's a specific process that we thought about how to do it. It requires a lot of additional work here and partnerships, but we really think this is important to have it from day one as an aim that it starts from the idea or a problem statement that is provided from a researcher, from anyone. There's a process of gathering ideas, experimenting on solutions. It doesn't have to be one, it can be hundreds of solutions that solve one problem. But then it's important that there's a process and a way that if an idea resulted in a solution that is really making a difference, this solution has a way to be established, either through a commercial offering or in some way or form, but it is there's a continuation for that, right? This is very important for us. It's not easy to do, but we're going to work on it. And here at this stage, we really rely on probably as a community on partnerships with the industry and research facilities. So we're working on that right now. Then a little bit about how to get involved. We have established a community platform, a portal. You can access it from the website. You can go there directly. Alexandra will share later the information how to get there. You can simply sign up with an email or Gmail account. It's super easy to do. We have made it the way that it's super convenient. And you can read up on existing problem statements or ideas. We have pre-filled it a little bit. This is something that should, over time now, begin to grow. Rate things, like them, dislike them, leave a comment, leave an input that you might think nothing is silly or something. It's really we want to make a difference and not to appear to be the smartest. So just go in there, throw something in, and there are people that moderate it. No one will be criticized. Things get in place, and we also use this in a way to see which problems or ideas matter the most, or get a little bit of structure in here, right? So feel free to sign up. It will not cost you much time or anything else, and any input is super valuable, and anything you can come up with. So have a look. We'll share the details later. What are the plans for this year, right? As a kind of a last closing comment. We want to make a difference, but we don't want to also stress people too much, right? It's a side topic for many community members, or it's something that people volunteer for. But most important things that we want to do is continuing having those meetups. We're thinking right now about monthly meetups, just to keep things going, so people can get informed and really share information how we go along. We want to conduct a conference, which we are thinking to host maybe in two months, with really interesting anchor guests or speakers, and really bring more voice of this scientific community into the conference there, and also have a workshop type of setting where we would have pre-collected problem statements or ideas, where a diverse group of people, with maybe a data scientist, somebody who's creative, somebody who understands what is user experience, that we can then together model a little bit on things and hopefully come up with cool stuff that would help the community, and specifically in the research world, right? Something that is close to that is really continuation of scouting of ideas and problems, and that's why we put out the community platform for. Really, please, highly encouraging everyone, go in there, throw some ideas in there. That's what we want, to keep doing the whole year right now, and launch, of course, one or two initiatives. We have existing initiatives that we are working on right now. One of those is called the Cobalt Initiative, will be introduced later. We really want to get this to a final stage, to have this as a reference case that goes through the stages, gets to a state where it solves problems, and we find a way how to establish it in a way that it is providing services to the ones that need them, and people can rely on it, that it doesn't disappear. Very important right now, sponsorship and partnership outreach. We're focusing right now on Switzerland, but also it's purely driven by capacity. We can only do so much, so we're going to focus initially on Switzerland, and then over time, as things evolve, we of course look at it as a global initiative where everyone can join in and also use things that come out of here.